How much money do you make as a professional photographer? How much money do you make on YouTube? What type of gear do you photograph with? Storage and backup. How much storage does one need? Do you have your own cloud? Printing. Do you sell your own work? Do you have your own printer? Does someone print for you? How much money do you make with printing? Awards. Did you make any money off of your last award? All of these questions and more I want to share with you guys in not only this episode, but in future episodes. So stay tuned. I'm excited to get. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Matt Shannon, and I want to create a bit of a series on my channel I came up with a title called Raw Wednesday or Raw Talk. Not really sure what I'm going to land on. And basically, in this episode, it's stripped away of the adventure, going out and see wildlife and beautiful landscape, and I'm kind of talking about more of the business side, as well as the gear and all of those things that I don't really want to drag viewers in through the adventure and take away from the excitement that story shows. But also I think a lot of viewers are quite interested. Like one of them, money. How do you make money? How much money do you make on YouTube? Do you sell prints? Is that how you make your living? Those kind of questions. And I get a lot of questions that are very difficult to just respond to in the comments. And I thought this type of episode would be great. So I wrote down a few of the sort of topics in future episodes to chat about, and with your help down in the comments, maybe you have some questions of your own that I can address in future episodes. But first one probably being like a career in photography. What does that actually look like? YouTube, how much money I make off of YouTube. And I can even tell you to date, I just checked, I think it's a little over $2,000. Now I just started, I think 1st of March, where I was monetized in YouTube. And that's when I started making money. To be monetized, you need to have, or at the time, you needed to have 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours. And then the ads start handing over a percentage. And that's all calculated depending on who's buying a spot to put their ad. And if I was a finance channel, there's a lot more money and demand in that type of advertising. So I think it's called RPM, but it's just a calculation of how much money you would make per 1,000 views or per view. For photography, it's not too bad. I think mine is like, I don't know, $5 for every 1,000 views or something. So anyways, I can break that down at some point in another episode if you guys are interested in that. Another thing, how to be a professional photographer, and that really has its own episode for myself. There was a path that I took, and it worked out quite well. For others, it might be different, but maybe I can chat with another professional photographer and kind of give their insight as well. Storage and backup. I mean, that's a huge thing. I've got a NAS system, so it's got multiple hard drives in there. So if one or even two of them fail, because I got a RAID set up, it will stitch together the information on those two lost cards that it would replace with something new. So backup is a big one. And then I got a whole bunch of, just portable hard drives. And I got a solid state hard drive as well, portable. And so chat about that. Printing. I have my own professional printer up to, I think it's 17 inches wide, but I can print up to like 6 feet long. And the reason why I say it's professional, because the ink is super high quality. The ink costs about $800 or $900 alone to fill that printer. It's an Epson P800, I think, and it's brilliant. The paper I use, we can talk about that. Sky's the limit when it comes to printing and presenting your work, whether it's on metal, glass, matting, frames. I got a print up here that I just recently got done, and it's got non-reflective protection glass on there, even though the ink will be archivable for whatever 200 years. So printing is a whole other kettle of fish to chat about. Awards. I recently won some awards that, raise some questions. Do you make any money? Do you get a prize? How does that help your career? Did it make you a better photographer? That sort of thing. So awards would be awesome to chat about. Prizes. Now, affiliates and becoming an ambassador. Now, I am an ambassador for a few products, and I also have links to the gear that I use, and if my viewers or anyone clicks on those links and buys a product at not an extra charge to you, I get a kickback because I presented that. So it kind of helps support my channel, and it supports me. And so I've been doing affiliate work for a while. The tripods that I use, that's one thing where I think you get 5 or 10% discount. There's the f-stop bags. I've got a discount rating so that, there's a bit more of a perk, and then I get a percentage off of what people buy. But maybe you want to know how you as a photographer can get into that. Maybe you are, a photographer that is gaining a little bit of popularity, you have a bit of a following, and you want to know how to become, say, an ambassador of a product. And what does that even look like? Because every company is different, and you definitely have to present yourself as someone who can show that product to other viewers. And most companies, they want to make money. They want to sell their gear, so they want to partner with people that are going to be able to do that. So are you that photographer that can go ahead and showcase something and get other people to buy it? And now everything is kind of shifted to a product being presented in a natural light, not being pushed and salesy. And I think that's great because most photographers that I know, they just use products that they love and use in their daily life. They're not trying to pull the wool over anyone's eyes. And the companies know that as well. So it's kind of a good fit for both. And we can chat about that, I think, in future episodes. And hopefully I'm getting you a little bit of tips in that is the back end, the world that I'm in, is affiliates and getting products that help support me as a professional, as well as making money on affiliates and on YouTube. And yeah, so I feel like there's some value there that maybe you guys would be interested in hearing. Take a little bit of a tour. Now this office space of mine will be renovated. So this whole wall is actually going to be gone at some point. And so yeah, it's kind of in disarray, but that's part of Raw Talk or Raw Wednesday, however it might work. So in the back, I've got some shelves that support some of my film gear from my dad. And film is another thing that I've done a little bit on, and maybe I should do some more. And some of the back end of that I might not put into the adventure side, going out and taking the photos, we maybe can talk on Raw Wednesday or Raw Talk. Or maybe there's another name you guys want me to put into this sort of little series on the side, because I think it can help support what I'm doing out in the field, if you kind of know the back end. But that's my computer setup, and I do edit on Mac. And I've got a NAS back here, so hard drives. So I can kind of, show you all of that and how it's set up. Over here, I've got my workbench that I'm going to be still working on. I need to finish it, and then I need to put some cabinets down in here. But up top here is where I kind of work on some of my gear. And some of it, I've got some screens and stuff that I've used while I'm recording, and the film work is something that I've been really enjoying getting into. So photography is definitely primary, but videos I've been doing for clients now, and we can talk about that. What clients do I shoot for? Is it portraits, weddings, architectural? Well, I've done pretty much all of it. Well, not all of it, but I've done a lot of jobs in the umbrella of photography, as well as studio work. And we can chat about that as well. So yeah, there's my printer right there. And yeah, it's not that big of a setup. Storage is really quite messy here, but I've got boxes and bags and tons of little pouches and then I got things that don't work. So that is something that I need to work on and get rid of. But all that to say is that I'm excited about sharing a little bit of the back end, the raw chit chat. And it doesn't have to be in my office. I've got a Jeep, I've got motorbikes, and how I get to the location is also quite fascinating. People have been asking me about my swag. So I created this company, Trek West, quite a few years ago, and there's a whole back end on that. But I do have hoodies. I've got a toque somewhere. I've got ball caps. I actually got a lot of equipment, or not equipment. I actually got a lot of gear, hoodies, t-shirts, and then I've got toques and stuff as well for wintertime. So a few people have been asking me, hey, where can I get some of these? Do I sell them? And I still have a lot, I think, in storage. And I haven't sold them in a while, but I might start. So if you're interested in some swag, let me know. But I think I'm gonna leave it there. Another thing that I've been thinking about doing is business cards. I've got a lot of business cards and I wanna update them. Does anyone still use business cards? I'm not talking about photographers, just in any other career. Are you giving out business cards? Is that a thing? Let me know down in the comments, because I just did a trip down through the US, through the Teton Mountains, Yellowstone, that sort of thing. And then, like, I gave out all of my cards. They're all gone. And yes, I give out business cards, and I've had people say, ooh, these are beautiful. I love this business card. Now, they might have been lying, but I think that they work. Let's talk about it. And there's going to be a lot of things I'm going to learn from you guys too in the comments. I already have learned a lot, so let's keep this chat going. So thank you for watching. Give me that thumbs up if you like this little chit chat and where it might be going. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And then up in the top here will be some of my actual adventure get outside and take some shots. So be sure to click on those if you haven't seen them, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks.